The room was filled with the soft hum of a ceiling fan, lazily spinning above a wooden desk cluttered with books, notes, and a steaming cup of coffee. Ray sat there, his fingers tapping the table, his mind a battlefield of doubt and ambition. He had spent the last 5 years dreaming of launching his own business. He watched others rise, their stories inspiring yet intimidating. He had the skills, the ideas, yet something always held him back. His father's voice echoed in his head. People like us don't get ahead, Ray. We work hard, we survive, but we don't build empires. That belief had been passed down for generations, etched into his mind like an unbreakable rule. One evening, as he stared at the half-written business plan on his laptop, frustration bubbled inside him. He slammed the lid shut and sighed. "You've been staring at that screen for months, but nothing has changed," said a voice from the doorway. It was Chris, his childhood friend. Unlike Ray, Chris had always been the one to take risks. He had started a digital marketing agency with nothing but a laptop and a determination that seemed almost reckless. Ray shrugged. "I don't know if this is worth it. What if it fails?" Chris chuckled. "What if it succeeds?" He pulled up a chair and leaned forward. "You think success is about skills or money. It's about mindset. The way you think determines what happens next." Ray looked at him skeptical. "Easy for you to say. You never let failure scare you." Chris shook his head. "I failed 3 times before my business worked. The difference? I believed I could. You're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect confidence. That moment doesn't exist." That night, Ray lay awake, Chris's words playing in his mind. Was his biggest enemy not the market, not the competition, but himself? The next morning, he made a decision. He would act, not overthink. He reopened his laptop and finished his business plan. He applied for a small loan. He built a website. He reached out to potential clients, despite the knot in his stomach. At first, nothing happened. Days turned into weeks with no response. Self-doubt crept in, whispering that his father had been right. But this time, he silenced it. Instead of worrying, he improved his pitch. He refined his services. He studied successful entrepreneurs and adopted their habits. Then, one morning, his phone rang. His first client, then another. Within 6 months, his schedule was packed, his income stable. It wasn't just the business that changed, it was him. A year later, he stood in his office, looking at his company logo on the wall. The same man, yet completely different. He had proven to himself that the real obstacle had never been money, talent, or connections. It had always been his mindset. Moral of the story: your mindset determines your success.